Hi guys, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so happy to talk with you. Tell me something. I've been thinking about how this show at the beginning was considered like a vehicle for nostalgia, in a certain way. And I'm thinking about the idea of nostalgia. I wanted to ask you, so many years later, what makes you nostalgic, about going into the end of the Stranger Things story?
Oh man, I mean, for us, yeah, it's strange. It's been a 10-year journey, so I think we still remember though what it was like to be there on set the first day with these actors and seeing them and the joy that they brought to these characters and breathing life into the story. And so I don't know. I think we just feel mostly grateful. I mean, yes, there is sadness there that this journey's coming to a close, but we're also just relieved that it did happen. So yeah, we're nostalgic for those days in 2015 where we were all a little naive and just trying to tell the best story we could. But I don't know. We're just mostly grateful.
You've become way more aware of how big this has become, as the characters in the show have become aware of how big all the secrets in this town have become. So I wanted to ask you, do you still find parallelisms on these characters, on your creation and the way you've developed yourselves as artists?
I mean, yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way. That's really cool though. Yeah, I know it's weird that, and especially as working on this final season, and you don't really realize as you're working on it because it's sort of like subconscious or whatever, but you don't realize how much of your life and the impact of the show and what working on the show has felt like you and the bonds you've had with the actors, not the characters, has influenced what you're putting down on the screen. And, as we were working on the last script and turned it over to the actors, we realized, the final script was not just sort of the end of this story about the end of the end of these characters' journeys. It was also sort of this commentary on everything we felt about the show and making the show, and it was our goodbye to the show. So anyway, it was interesting, those parallels, but you don't really aren't aware of them until after the fact.
Talking about the actors, you've become in a certain way kind of their parents, but you were very young at the beginning. You were like very young parents.
I prefer to think of myself as a big brother, but way to make me feel older. No, like a super cool big brother is the way I think about it. No, but even all the way back then, I was like, I look back at pictures, I was like, because I was like 31. I thought I was like, man, I was really young. But back then, Millie would constantly remind me of how old I was.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm definitely old, at 41. But yes, I mean, we do very much feel like family. We've known them. We've seen them grow up. And we're really proud of who they become, not just as artists, but as people. We're really lucky to have found this group of kids.
How much would you say that these characters changed, in response of how the actors also became adults and
Right.
and earned their own, identity?
I mean, a lot. I mean, and I think that's one thing we loved about TV, and the fact that, this project did take as long as it took, is that it allowed the story to continue to evolve, and specifically the characters to continue to evolve, and for the actors to really influence their journey and where they came. And so it was nice that everything just started to influence where the show went, and I think that's part of the beauty of it, and certainly for us, part of the joy of making this show.
Well, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much for your time and for your show.
Oh, thank you, man.
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you, man. That was cool.